Hey, what's up out there, tubers? Yanni back with another haul. Got some awesome books. I got Yoda chilling with me. This Yoda, I had this guy from when I was a kid, and I don't even know where I got this thing from because it has a date on it, and it was actually the production date is from before I was even born. So I'm guessing I might have got it at a yard sale or something. Now he's not even gonna stand up. But look how small it is compared to a comic. Pretty cool. Alright, what do we got here? Online. Wonder Woman 82. Kind of a low print run book, hard to find book. Aries cover. I never realized that Wonder Woman's kind of like the Thor to Marvel's DC. DC's Marvel. Uh, Dealing with some of the kind of the Greek gods. Aries on the cover. This one I got because, as you can see, it's the DC Universe variant, the harder to find variant. I paid $2 for this. It's not in great shape, but it's a cool book to have, especially because it's the DC Universe variant. Alright, kind of a couple radar books here. We know the Deadpool movie's coming. Wolverine, Deadpool, the Decoy, one shot. Now I looked for this book, well, I stumbled across it probably about a month ago, around the time that the Deadpool stuff was coming out. And there seemed to be plenty of them out there. This book, I thought it looked cool. Wolverine and Deadpool, you know, obviously there's something cool there. And this actually has a Scotty Young cover. I looked for it a couple weeks ago and it was kind of snatched up. So now it's going for around 10, maybe a little bit more even. If you can find it, white cover, obviously a hard book to find in near mint because of the white cover. I paid like $4 for this. Cool book. I mean, Deadpool and Drag, can't go wrong there, right? Hit Monkey, the one shot. This is the collected one shot, not the, I believe, actually, you know what, I don't even know what the one shot, because he has a series too. I just assume because it's a one shot it's collected, but it might not be. Hit Monkey, Deadpool's side dude. Oh, I paid a decent amount for that. I paid $5.75 for that. Probably overpaid. I don't think I'd pay that if I saw it at a store. I got this Cobb #1. I had just, it's an IDW book. I had heard about it, or I'd read about it online, that this got optioned for TV, I believe. This is the retailer incentive sketch variant, and it's got some thickness to it. It's a cool looking book. I paid $9.50 for this. Probably tough to find. I don't know if it'll do anything. It's been optioned like so many things have these days. We'll see. Cool book to look out for. All right, here's a radar book for sure. And there it is. That's the radar book. Avengers Marvel Milestone #1. It's not a book that you would think that would be a radar book, but this has sold for $40 or more on eBay. And this particular copy, see, the thing with the reason why one of the reasons why these books sell for so much is because of the cover. It's like a black cover in terms of you're gonna see everything that's wrong with it, and you can kind of see here that it's got a couple creases along the spine. I paid $3 for that. It's a cool book to have, especially if you want to read it, but it's also somewhat of a tough book to find. Here's one that's a little bit more common. Again, it's got some of the same issues. I paid $2.50 for this. Incredible Hulk #1, Marvel Milestone. This one goes for, I've seen it as much as like $25, I believe, in near mint. This probably isn't up there. but I think the collectability and the high prices are for the ones that are pretty pristine. But still a good one to check out for. Another reprint that I'm surprised has not caught on as much as it should. I paid $5 for it. Action Comics Millennium Edition. Action Comics 252, first Supergirl. She got the TV show coming. I expect to see this one pick up for sure. At least a $10 book, if not more. And I had to get this one too for $2.50. Sandman. Got the movie coming. Sandman #1. Millennium Edition. All about the reprints these days. Alright, what else we got? How about this one? So these were all online. I'm throwing this one out there. Thor God of Thunder #8. The reason why I'm hot on this book is it's my speculation that this could be the woman Thor. Her first appearance. This is the first appearance of the Goddesses of Thunder, Thor's granddaughters. There's 3 of them. And this is just where I'm going with who it could be. I don't think it's Freya. I don't think it's Jane Foster. I think it's one of these, and I've got it narrowed down to 1 just because they're blonde, but we'll see. I picked it up just because, you know, it's a I don't know, $3 to $8 book, and I feel like people are really trying to figure out who the woman Thor is. Could be somebody in there. That's just my thoughts. Alright, how about this one? What if Scarlet Spider killed Spider-Man? What if number 86? Cool cover, cool idea. A lot of these later What If books, I really like the premise of them. And maybe that's just because I'm more of a copper 90s and later kind of guy, because I think some of the original series What Ifs are pretty cool too. But I like this one. This is probably, paid $3. This is probably can be a $10 book. $10 book for sure. Cool one. These are kind of hard to find, these later What Ifs. Alright, I got some good scores here, really good scores. Different online seller. I got Amazing Spider-Man 500. This cover is just awesome. I've shown this before. J. Scott Campbell. I mean, if you really get into this cover, just the characters. You got Venom, you got Rhino, you got Electro, you got Doc Ock. I mean, you got them all. Mysterio. All J. Scott Campbell art. I mean, it's actually a very, very cool cover. I feel like it's a super underrated book. And I paid $4 for it. It's an awesome book to have for sure. Pick that one up. Another awesome book that I've seen on Mercenaut and District 11 Comics. I've seen it on their videos. Batman, Detective Comics 532, the Joker train. Anything Joker is super hot and collectible. Paid $7 for that in near mint. Another great Radar book, I think, that I've been looking for, and this copy is amazing, especially for a white cover. Captain America 208. First Arnim Zola, who was kind of a major character in the later issues of the Brubaker run, 2005 run of Captain America, where Winter Soldier first appeared. So based on the movie and where it could go in the future, now with, they're talking Civil War might be tied in. Civil War was tied into that Captain America series as well, so it all kind of relates. Arnim Zola was a big player for Red Skull in that series. This is his first appearance. He only appears on the very last page, so as far as comics would be concerned, this is a cameo to me. This is my first time looking at it. I looked through to see how much he was in the book, and it's just on the last page, so I'm going to have to look up and see what his next appearance is. I would assume it's Captain America 209, but, you know, great book to have, like I said, white cover. I paid $7 for it. I can't beat that all day. And this was the same seller again, just awesome deals from this seller. Batman #1, New 52, the Ethan Van Sciver, Van Siever variant. Number 1. I paid $14 for a near mint copy. And this is number 1. It's hard to find. I was just at a show. I saw a retailer, I saw a dealer that had one for $50, and I was really thinking about getting it because even that was a good price. This sells for $100 on eBay. I mean, it's a tough book to find, and it's a cool book, and it's Batman number 1 from New 52. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Glad to have that one. Alright, I got some local shop books. Quarter bin find. Steel number 1. Now this is not the first appearance of Steel. It's kind of been rumored to possibly be on, I believe it's on the Flash show. This isn't the first appearance of the character, but it is the first appearance of this costume that he has where he's all steel. So that, and I would assume that's the character that they're going to use as far as this whole costume. You know, for a quarter, I'm going to pick it up. I wouldn't go out and pay $5 for it, but might be worth looking into. Web of Spider-Man 18. You might know this. It is the first time when the Venom appears, when he gets, at the very last page, Peter Parker gets pushed onto the train tracks. They don't show a character, they just show an arm pushing him. And he makes it out and he says, well, this is, to himself, he says, this is kind of weird that my spider sense didn't go off, that I was in danger. So I'm glad to get this for $2.50. The shop had it listed as like a fine or something. Very good fine. There's no spine text. This is the local shop that I like buying back issues because I feel like they're very conservative in the grading. Looks great to me. I don't know what the issue was. Here's another one that I had been looking for forever, and I think it's an underrated book. Machine Man 19, First Jack-O-Lantern. And I paid $2 for this. He had it listed as a fair. And I believe it's because it's really tanning around the edges. It's got a little nick off the top. But really, it's a complete book. Staples are good. I'm just glad to have it in the collection, especially for that price. Another one, this one is, I think it was labeled a pour. I paid $3.50 for it. So we got Machine Man there. 2001 Space Odyssey number 8, the first appearance of Machine Man. It's just, you know, pick it up for that price just to get a placeholder till I get a better one. And I really rated the low grade keys. $2 for this one. Action Comics, the anniversary issue number 544. And this one I've shown in one of my real early vids. I think it's come back to light because of the Batman Superman movie. Brainiac is going to be in it. This is the new Brainiac, old Brainiac, and then this will Lex Luthor old and new. So it'll probably be the new Lex Luthor and possibly the new Brainiac, but this character looks kind of ridiculous to me. I'd rather have this guy back here. But I paid $2 for it because it's got like some fingerprint issues as far as like I guess you would call it like an oil transfer. You can see like they made some fingerprints. Good book to have. Either way, get it for sure. Alright, some con books. Went to a con. Got some awesome stuff. Richard Dragon number 1. First Richard Dragon, first of all. Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter. First appearance of him, and the first Ben Turner, who becomes Bronze Tiger, who is a member of Suicide Squad, which they're making a movie off of. Great book to pick up for sure. This is not the first time that he appears as Bronze Tiger. I believe that is Richard Dragon 18. He's on the cover as Bronze Tiger, at least. I think that's the first time he appears in costume, but I would definitely pick this one up too. I paid $4 for it. I picked this up for $4. Cap 360, first full Crossbones. Always get those. Speaking, I've been really hot on Machine Man lately. I don't know why. $4. Pick that up. Machine Man number 1. Different dealer. I got a New Mutants 16 First Warpath. Nice looking copy for $1. And I also got kind of a beat copy of Detective 474, first you know, kind of modern. I think it's like a second appearance out of like the Silver Age, first Deadshot, or first new appearance of Deadshot, kind of like a modern Deadshot. It's a good book to get. I paid $3. It's kind of beat. It's kind of like somebody like kind of bent it kind of hard there, but whatever. I didn't have it, so I'll take it. Batman 361, Harvey Bullock, paid $4. Got some modern stuff, some stuff that I've kind of been looking for. Really happy to have this. Sex Criminals #1. The, what do they call this? The sixth printing. And I just love this cover. It's like a old school comic book, or like an old school newsstand with the spinner rack. Wholesome comics. Then they got the Sex Criminals. And then they have one of the earlier reprints there. Cool cover. Paid $2. I got a bunch of moderns for $2. Hawkeye vs. Deadpool #0. And I've been looking for this book on cheap just because I didn't want to pay full price. I really like the Hawkeye Carnage series. I'm sorry, Deadpool Carnage. Really cool series. I didn't want to pay a lot for this because the artwork just does not do much for me from the previews I saw, but I'll show you why I picked it up, and it's a real stupid reason in my book. But people are online, some people are saying, hey, who are these characters here? You got for female Thor and Gwen Stacy, Spider-Woman. So it's in the context of the story, it's just like a Halloween parade or something, but this predates both of their appearances in comics, so you could look at it as, hey, it's a cameo, hey, cool, whatever. I got it for $2. I picked up a Wolverine #10, the 2 Months to Die. I didn't get real into it, but it's Wolverine, he's dying. Books are pretty hot right now. Alright, Guardians of the Galaxy #11, the Trial of Jean Grey crossover. And the Trial of Jean Grey books are starting to pick up as far as a whole set. Kind of sought after because it started in All New X-Men, then it crossed over into Guardians, and when you do those crossovers, first of all, I hate them because it interrupts the storyline, but it also makes it harder for somebody who is a reader of one particular comic to go and then get the other one, because usually at your shop they only order enough for the regular readers, more or less. So this is kind of one of the harder ones to find because the All New X-Men, which is where it started, had a bigger readership base at the time. So there's that quick little lesson. I paid $2. Now this one I paid $5 for. Flash #7. This is pre-New 52. This is a variant, Darwin Cook variant actually, of the first Reverse Flash cover. Sweet cover. Definitely pick it up. Reverse Flash, you're going to be on a TV show. Cool book. Especially because most of us can't afford that first Reverse Flash. Alright, different dealer here. I paid $2. Amazing Spider-Man 360. Cameo Carnage. It actually is selling pretty well now. And I also didn't realize how expensive this book had gotten. I paid $3. Amazing Spider-Man 363. I'd seen this selling for $20. Kind of crazy. How about Detective 524? Cool cover. It is I believe the second appearance of Killer Croc. This guy kind of runs into Croc, and Croc says, hey, do you know who you're talking to? And that's about all that he has to do with it in that book. Alright, how about the leak that happened this week? Batman Superman, Carrie Kelly supposedly will be playing Robin in the movie. This is her first full in-costume appearance. Batman Dark Knight #2. This is the third printing. No way to tell on the outside. You would have to open it up. I paid $2 for it. I figure it's in great shape. I mean, it's a beautiful copy. But it's third printing, so it's not as sought after. Went to a different dealer. Got a couple dollar books. Iron Man 128. Tony Stark Alcoholic. It is kind of a beat copy. Probably overpaid at $1, but probably didn't overpay. It's probably what it's worth. It's just a cool key. Let's see what else we got here. Inhumans #1. A decent copy. It's not near a high grade. Paid $9. And then I got another one of these, which I love this cover. Power Girl #2. I paid $4 for that. Great Adam Hughes cover. And I got one of these, Detective 871. Been looking for that for a while. The start of Snyder Jock Black Mirror arc. Did not have that. Paid $3. Happy to have that one. Alright. How about, okay, throw this one in there. What If Punisher Captain America? Got that for $1. That's a $10 book. Like I said, these What If books are kind of hard to find. The keys, there are keys in there, if you can believe that or not. Okay, so I paid, this next guy I paid $60 total. And I'll just put that one up there. Beautiful Guardians #1. Did not have that book prior. But I paid $60, and I'll show you what I got on top of that. All New X-Men #22. This is what I was talking about, the first issue of Trial of Jean Grey. Aquaman #7. First Black Manus, New 52. Todd, Ugliest Kid #2. First print. War Machine 282. Now it is not a near mint copy. It's got some spine issues, but all-time classic cover. All New Spider-Man issue 1. So this is it's bagged. All New Spider-Man Ultimate Comics #1. That right there is a $15 book. X-Women #1. Awesome book, hard to find. Uncanny X-Men 213. Marvel Legends reprint. No price up here. It says down there. Black cover. Tough to find in high grade. This one I had no clue about. Wonderful Wizard of Oz. It's a Scotty Young book. But this is the variant, and it's a J. Scott Campbell cover. I looked this thing up. I just bought it because I thought, you know what? Oh, it's got all these things going for it. It sells for 12 to up to 20 even. Awesome book. And then I also got the full run here of the What If Venom Possessed Deadpool. It's the backup story. So you got Iron Man, Demon in a Bottle, What If, Wolverine, Father, Amazing Spider-Man, Grim Hunt, and The Dark Reign, What If. All of those are parts 1 through 4 of the What If Venom Possessed Deadpool, which was then collected in the one-shot. It's got a Young classic cover. And finally, X Factor 24, first full Archangel. So $60 for all that. I was super happy to walk away, even just for that great price. I mean, this thing is really nice shape. So I got all of those, and then I'll wind it out here with, I stopped at a half-price books because it was near where the show is. I got 2 books. I got a Lucifer #2. The TV show is coming. There's no key people in that book, but the cover's cool, and it's the 2nd issue. And then I also got a Jack of Fables #45. This for $1, and I'll show you the reason I got this. It's got a backup story in it. It's not advertised on the cover, but it does have the sneak preview to iZombie, and it's got a couple page story back here, 5-page preview. And I read it. It's almost like, I haven't read the iZombie, but I have read Chew. It's somewhat similar in the fact that she eats brains. She's a zombie, but she gets knowledge from it. Chew is a live character, but he eats people and gets knowledge from it. Somewhat similar. I think iZombie was probably first, but I'm not positive. But anyway, TV show coming. I think it's an underrated book, Jack of Fables 45. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Keep trolling those dollar bins.